Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to another weekly reset. Today has been a very slow day. This week has been a very busy week, as well as a couple of dental appointments. So my motivation and energy have been super low. So I'm just coming into this with a very grateful heart that I have the opportunity to be home and to be able to do these things for my family and for the home to be able to sort of wrap up the week and have a really nice lazy Sunday, but also to do a couple of things to set us up for next week. So to start with, I'm just going to put the dishwasher on for a couple of dishes that we had left over from last night and just wash a couple by hand. I put away the dry ones, which someone else washed last night, and I'm going to get some pancakes made in a minute. I forgot to clean the stovetop last night, so I'm just going to do that now because I'm hoping tomorrow to be able to do some bulk cooking and to film some things as well. So you're going to have a nice clean area for healthy, clean food. But also if you're going to film something, you want to make sure that it's clean. So we'll just get onto that. Sometimes I like cleaning this because I like the end result, but sometimes I hate it because they're little sharp bits with the gas igniters that I always catch the side of my hand on. But yes, and there's little nooks and crevices in there that sometimes are annoying. Sometimes I get a toothpick to really get in there and scrub. Today's just going to be a very basic all over surface clean, and I've pretty much run out of the cleaning thing that I usually use, so I banged it there a couple of times to get the last drops out. It's pancake time, and today I had a slight incident which I'll talk about a bit later. I'm using up the buttermilk that I've had in the freezer for a little while, so doing a bit of a use it up, trying to clean it out. I didn't film pulling it out of the freezer, but at least I know that's some less things that are in there now. And yes, I can move on to doing a few other bits and pieces. I've also got some homemade butter, which you'll see coming up in a minute. That was frozen, so it was a little bit tricky to cut. Luckily I had to melt it anyway, so that wasn't too bad. This is where I discovered that I only had one egg in this container, so I had to get some more out of the second container. Luckily I've been buying at least one carton of eggs every time I go shopping to try and make sure I've always got some on hand. And then I decided that I'd cook some extras while I'm here because my son's really been enjoying having hard boiled eggs during the week. So that's one less job that I have to worry about. And always, so I know we've got food there ready to go. this is a non-stick pan. I got sent it in PR well over a year ago now. I can't even remember what brand it is. And I did spray with oil and I did wait for the pan to warm up, and I did only put 3 pancakes in there to give space, but apparently none of that has mattered. They have stuck to the pan. Oh my gosh. And this is also when we realized they tasted a little bit funny. And so I called in hubby for him to have a taste, and then we looked at the recipe and we realized that I've put too much bicarb in there. I've put 1.5 teaspoons in there instead of just half a teaspoon. So we put a bit of extra sugar in there and a bit of extra flour and played around with it to get it to balance out. In the end, it worked out perfectly fine. It just meant that we had some super fluffy pancakes. So I asked hubby to take over cooking the rest of the pancakes so I could get everything else ready. I got some strawberries that I cut up and I divided them up into ones we could eat right now and anything else that was a little bit softer that I could throw into the freezer to eventually make jam with. And all the tops I've kept and they're going in the freezer too. So hopefully I'll be able to make some strawberry syrup with them or something down the track. Time to peel the eggs, and this is a task that sometimes I don't enjoy, and today's task was not well. I think I took half the egg away with some of them. It was a challenge, let me tell you. I saw someone on TikTok say that they bang the bottom of the egg to crack it and then they cook it in the pan. It makes it much easier to peel. And then there's this lady on TikTok that peels raw eggs. She does it live as well, and people tune in to see how she goes. So we're going to cut them open and see the moment of truth. I cooked these for 10 minutes. Hopefully that means they are perfect, because last time I cooked them for a little bit too long and the yolk was a little bit grey in the middle. My son was worried that they weren't healthy, but I said they're perfectly fine. Let me know how you like your eggs. I really like them runny. Hot runny eggs I really love, but hard boiled, yeah, I think about 10 minutes is pretty perfect. And then today I've also just done the basic bed washing. I think it is so nice, especially after a long week, to get into a freshly clean made bed. I wash the bed sheets and then I hang them up, and they don't take very long to dry at all. And then I usually get hubby to pull them in and make our bed, and sometimes he helps with Kira's bed because she has a bunk loft bed type things. Can be a little bit tricky, and yeah, I have trouble standing on her ladder to make part of that bed, so we get hubby to help us. So it's been a little bit of a quieter day in the house, but I'm glad we've managed to get a couple of things done, because also I wanted to share and just encourage you, if you are homemaking or just having a struggle of a day, I really hope that this video has cheered you up and motivated you that a little bit is better than nothing, and together we'll get there eventually. It's not perfect, but it's progression, and that's all that counts. I so appreciate you being here today. I'm so grateful for everybody who watches. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.